I'm gone fishing. I got me
good afternoon, everybody. We are doing halibut. I've been promising this for a few weeks. Went down to the beach this morning with the little woman, and after that we drove down to the Redondo Pier where they have the fish market, and picked up a really beautiful piece of some local fresh halibut. And it's about, the piece I'm going to make tonight is about 1.2 pounds. It's enough to serve 3 people. About a third of a pound each, or a little bit more. First thing we're going to do today, though, however, because we're going to do grill side with the halibut today. We're not going to prepare it in the kitchen. We're going to prepare it grill side. So it'll be a little bit different. But what we are preparing is large portobellos. Okay, this is a different recipe. And first thing we do, we core out the center, which I've done on this one already. And then we just basically put it in the bowl, just cut it up into little bitty pieces, and it'll become part of the mixture that I'm going to be putting in here. So, as we go from preparation into Bang and Bang, you can see that we've got a few different things that we're going to add to the mixture. So the first thing we're going to add is I've got 1 cup of tomatoes. Boom. That's done. And then I got some chives, about a half a cup of chives. You don't want to overpower it, and you don't want to offend your lady, so if you put too many of those in, she might have a problem with you later in the night. So now what we're going to do is we're going to mix in some red bell pepper and about a cup of that. And then the next thing is, and you can get this stuff at Costco or just about anywhere. This one's called Yoshida's, but it's a sweet and savory grilling and baking saute. So it's almost like a teriyaki, but it's a little bit more versatile. It's got a lot of stuff going on, and so it's almost like a syrupy type of deal. So we end up putting in about maybe a third of a cup, which is what you just saw me do. And then we add a little bit of olive oil, and then all we do from this point on in the Bang and Bang series is we just kind of mix it all together. Give it a little smell. Wow, that's got a really cool smell to it. So it's already got a little bit of sweet going on it. But these portobellos, what's cool about these guys is they are so incredibly tasty. They just have their own unique flavor. It's my favorite mushroom. I just love these things. And I do them so many different ways. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do with them. Now, what we're going to do here is we're just going to load it on. Load it on. Back that truck up and just dump her in. And that's what we're doing right now. Little Bang and Bang action. And we're going to have just enough for 2 of these bad boys, as you can see. And then once we have all of this on here, there's one more step. Now this one's obviously about twice as big as the other one, but that doesn't matter because these things will serve about 4 people, no matter how you cut them up. So this one needs a little more because it's quite a bit bigger than this one. And then the only other thing that we do, I didn't put enough sauce in there, so what I'm doing is I'm just adding a little bit more, and I want to drizzle that right over the top. And it'll soak right in to that portobello, as you can see. And now what we have is Bang and Bang are really pretty much done. There's one little thing that we do now, and that is that we load a bell pepper for a garnish to look nice, so that your lady, or if you're a gal looking at this and you're trying to impress your guy, thinks you got a little bit of style. My wife doesn't think I have a whole lot of that, so you try to impress them with little garnishes like that, and then you just basically dust it with a little bit of Romano, like that. A little bit of Romano, just like that. That's all you do. Boom. Less than 5 minutes, we've got a very delish deal. Now, if a vegetarian came over this primal side would be perfect. It would be their entree. And I would make 4 of them if I had a person or 2 coming over, because then they would have an entire meal, no need for anything else except maybe some side dishes like bread and some salads and stuff like that. But this would literally be a main dish for them in primal sides. It would be a main entree side. It would be their main dish. That's all you do. And we're going to be grill side here in a couple hours when we start to put on the halibut. We're going to go ahead and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out some wine. So on the wine pairing, we are doing a Sauvignon Blanc. You could do a Chardonnay, but personally I think the Sauvignon Blanc pairs much nicer with the white fishes. I think your Chardonnays, for me at least, are better with a red fish like a salmon or a red trout. Anyway, this is a very fantastic little Chateau Saint Michel. It's out of Columbia Valley, which is up in Washington State. And I'll just go ahead and give it a little delish taste on that and roll it around. So for you sophisticated guys, the first thing we do is do that, do a little bit of aeration, and look and see what kind of legs we've got. Got some nice legs going. A little bouquet, and down the old hatch. Very nice. It's going to go great with dinner tonight. So keep that in mind, that when you're making a piece of fish or you're making a piece of steak or hamburger or whatever you're making, you want to pair your wines and your beers. If you have people coming over that aren't into wines, and they're into beers, then bring them over some beers that might go well with it. And you can always ask somebody at the market that works in the liquor section. They can tell you that. And if they're not into any alcohol at all, then you can provide them with water or a Diet Coke or something like that. But okay, so we are grill side, and as I promised, we are actually doing the fish grill side on preparation. and bing and bang. So first thing I want to do is just show you that how dirty grill grates get. So if we take a rag and we just do that, if this was really had been on for a while, this would be really hot. But I like clean surfaces, and you can see how dirty that gets. Then with the other side, I just take a generous amount of olive oil, and I go like this. Now there's no meat that's going to stick directly to this, but it doesn't matter because I've got using a grilling paper on this today, and the grilling paper won't stick because I've got the olive oil on it. And if a piece of meat gets stuck on it, it'll come off nice and easy. So all the way around there. Now we have that done. That's the first thing. So now we take our grilling paper. Now I've got 2 of them. One that's going to sit on the bottom of the dish. We stick it directly there. Now I'm going to let that heat up for a couple minutes because these are fully immersed, and because they're only like 1/32 of an inch thick, we have to see how they're already starting to bow. So what we're trying to do is try to create a dry surface on top. So while I'm letting that heat up, what I want to do is show you what I've got for my marinade. My marinade is going to be in real time. There's no real length of time. The only thing that I'm going to do real quick here is I have this marinating in some Sauvignon Blanc, which is the wine of choice for tonight, and that's what's going to give the meat some flavor. So I'm just going to take the excess, and I'm just going to toss it over the top of it. Turn it over once. Now we've got a little bit of Sauvignon Blanc on that. And then what I do is I bring down my marinade, which is just an orange and about 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. I'll just mix the wine into that. That is our marinade. I'm going to stick that aside for a second, mix this around, and it's kind of hard to see, but fairly intoxicating is what this thing smells like. Now these orange pieces that I've cut up will go on top, and I'll just basically take this now and apply it like that. And I'll do this on and off for the next 20 minutes while it's cooking, and then it'll come off. So instead of putting this on a plank, this is very delicate meat, we're going to put it on a plank, excuse me, on a grilling paper, and then put another grilling paper on top of that, and then we'll turn the whole thing over once. Okay. Now we've got some marinade on one side. We will actually apply some onto the grilling paper itself. In fact, I'll just do that. There's no shortage of marinade. Remember, that's just olive oil, orange, and a little Sauvignon Blanc. Now we're going to go ahead and apply it to this side. And the wood is pecan, by the way. Barbeque Joe's pecan grilling papers. Pecan is fantastic for a piece of fish like this. Okay, now what we're going to do, oh, I forgot one thing. I'm going to add just a little bit of Greek. A little bit of crushed pepper. And there you go. Bing and bang on that side are done. So we'll stick this piece of meat, which is exactly 6 by 9, so it's perfect for that. And now that we have that on, we'll apply just another little bit of sauce before we put the top part of this on. A little bit of black pepper. It's already starting to smell amazing. Can't even imagine what this is like. You've got to be here. Okay, and then a little more Greek. And that's it. And what we do is go like that. We take the top grilling paper. Oh, we got to put this on. We got to put our portobellos that we did earlier on. We'll put those on the back of the grill. Oh man, look at that. That's beautiful. Okay, and then we'll close that down. And then we'll go ahead and start our rice. I've got a little rice pilaf on the side using a little bit of I add some to my rice pilaf. I add a little bit of balsamic. So basmati rice is my favorite white rice. So I added into the like rice-a-roni or Parmesan. I mean, there's a bunch of different flavors of rice pilaf. It goes perfect with a nice like piece of fish. So there you have it. Everything is underway. We've got about 20 minutes till everything here is completed. So everything is being finished out here on the grill. Nothing will be made inside. And there you have it. Okay, now everything's cooking real nice. Rice is going really good. And portobellos, just do a little turn like that to keep them from totally sticking, even though they've got olive oil on them. I like to make a turn on them. Now, this is the key right here. You want flat tongs. Go underneath. Very quickly you do that. Now you can see we got, oh man, does that smell good. And that is almost done. It's been on for 15 minutes. About another 5 minutes, and she will be done. Indeed. Wow. All right, rolling up. And that's it. That is fantastic. Now, you just saw me do a delish phase. All right, really good. This is a meal that cooks extremely fast. This is a definitely fast, easy, convenient, tasty, but you got to be careful because remember, we're cooking fish. So you've got to be careful not to overcook it. So we're going to give that just another couple minutes, and then we'll shut her down. We'll take it off immediately, and we'll throw it right on here, and that's a nice presentational plate. And that's important, because if you're trying to impress the little woman, or the girlfriend, or the boyfriend, or whatever the hell you're trying to impress, or whoever, this is nice. Present it on that. You'll be looking real styling. I just took off the fish. It's on the platter. Look at that. It's beautiful. The smell is amazing. It's so perfect. And I'll do another delish taste. Wow, that is amazing.